Rock and Roll Geek Show 657.
Still rocking after all these years.
This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
This is it, the show that started it all. Often imitated, but never equal. From San Francisco, USA. Online since 2004. It's the one and only Rock and Roll Geek Show. With the original Rock and Roll Geek, Michael Butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name is Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Monday, September 7th, 2015, when I'm recording this show, and it is Labor Day. I hope you had a good Labor Day. I worked part of the day today, and then I came home and made ramen. Actually, I made ramen noodle soup, which is like, I made the authentic ramen noodle soup because I got this cookbook called Japanese Soul Cooking that Martina bought me for a while back, and I made ramen soup out of that because her friend was in town, and I also thawed out some of the salmon that I caught and made sashimi as an appetizer, salmon sashimi. Came out fantastic, and I've been drinking Japanese beer all day, so I'm going to open up another Japanese beer. I have a 20, what is it, 1 pint, 5.4 fluid ounces, but it's like a 23 ounce or something like that. It's called Orion Premium Draft Beer from Okinawa, Japan. I'm opening it with the bottle opener that Chiaki gave me, which is the Sapporo bottle opener. I'm going to pour this into a glass. Unfortunately, I have to pour it into a Stella Artois glass, which is the only one I have. Chiaki said that you have to drink Japanese beer in a glass. You can't drink it out of the bottle. So I'm going to take his word for it. I just finished a 2-liter Japanese Asahi, the Asahi that came actually from Japan. If you look, I learned this from Chiaki. If you look on the side of the can, most Asahi beer is imported from Canada, and it's brewed by Molson Brewery. But if you look on it and find that it was brewed and bottled in Japan, it's a lot better. And that's what I did today. I had Japanese Asahi beer, and it was fantastic with the food, the Japanese food that I made. So I'm drinking Orion from Okinawa now. Just poured it into a Stella Artois. Take a sip of this fine Orion draft beer. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's about the 10th beer, which is always the best anyway. So, all right. Well, I don't know if you know what today is, but it is time to do disc 2 of the Iron Maiden Book of Souls double album. I did disc 1 on Friday, and I don't know if you listened to it yet, but I suggest you do it. That disc 1 was fantastic. I gave it a 5.5 out of 6. Tonight I'm going to do disc 2, and then we're going to tally them all up and see how we are going to tally, you and me, friends, are going to tally them all up and give it our review. So we're at 5.5 out of 6. Let me recap the information about Book of Souls. This is Iron Maiden's 16th studio album. Came out on September 4th, 2015. It's a double album. It's the very first double album. And it's also their longest album to date. Comes in at 92 minutes. It marks the longest gap between studio releases in the group's career at 5 years. The last one that came out was in 2010, Final Frontier. I did a fake interview with the guys in Iron Maiden for the Final Frontier. That's back when Shane was my producer. And I wish to God that Shane would come back into my life. I don't know what happened to him, but I don't know. I fear that he might be dead. I don't know. I just can't imagine they would be that mad at me and just fall off the face of the earth and not contact me. But I don't know. But anyway, Shane sent me a fake interview with them answering the questions. There was this thing that used to happen in the 70s. A lot of bands did this. They would send interviews to radio stations with a list of questions, and it would be like a fake interview. It would seem like a real interview, but in fact, it was a real canned interview. It was a fake canned interview. And I did a canned interview with Iron Maiden when Final Frontier came out in 2010. Well, it's 2000. I can't believe that was 5 years ago. Well, it's 2015, and now I'm not doing a fake interview. If I could find a fake interview, I would. But all right, so let's just get right into disc 2. Disc 1 so far, it's the best, my favorite album of the year. So we will see how disc 2 is. I better set up the backup recorder here just in case something happens. I have, just for a little podcast geekery, I have a Marantz PMD 670 that I record to. I go into a mixer from my computer. It goes into one channel on my computer. My microphone goes into another channel of the computer, and then the computer goes out into a recorder and to an external recorder, and I have a headphone amplifier, and I have one of the channels of the headphone amplifier going out into a Roland Edirol, what is it, R05 as a backup. So that's just in case something happens with the Marantz, because it has happened before. All right, friends. Here's disc 2. Oh, produced by Kevin Shirley and Steve Harris. Recorded at Gulliamitel Studios in Paris, France. It's on Sanctuary Records, and yeah. This song is called Death or Glory. It is written by Adrian Smith and Bruce Dickinson. This was the first single that they released, like the preview for the album, called Speed of Light. It was between Speed of Light and Death or Glory, because I guess they thought those two sounded most like classic Iron Maiden, and they chose Speed of Light. Death or Glory, if I would have heard Death or Glory first, I would have been a lot more excited about the album, although I'm pleasantly surprised at how good the album is so far. So here's Death or Glory. Enough of my yakking. Let me take another sip of this fine Orion Premium Draft Beer, and let's listen to Death or Glory, friends. Gallop metal. Typical Iron Maiden, as I said. Catchy as hell. So far, every part of the song is catchy. Not only are Iron Maiden continuing to put out quality music, are they the best band in the world now? Not even just metal, they're just the best band in the world? Alright, that is catchy as hell. I'm sorry, that is super catchy. But what makes it catchy? I'm gonna back it up to the chorus here. What makes it catchy when it goes Death or Glory? It's all the same. I'll back it up. I'll tell you after it happens. Well, why I think the chorus is so catchy. This part. I'm in the game of Death or Glory. That is great, man. Death or Glory, one-way train. And like I said, I'm going to play all these songs all the way through, I think, or as much as I can, because there's so many parts of these songs, I kind of have to. So if you're an Iron Maiden lawyer, I apologize. right, I love this tune. This is one of my favorites on the album. I'm giving it a +1. Oh, if you're a new listener, the way the Rock and Roll Geek scoring system goes, if I like it, I give it a +1. If I don't like it, I give it a 0. And if it's okay, I give it a half. And then I tally them all up. And in this case, there's 5 tracks on disc 2. So if I like all 5, I give it a 5 out of 5. If I don't like any of them, I give it a 0 out of 5. You get it. And then I'm gonna tally up both discs and give it a total. Classic Iron Maiden, sounds great, super catchy, heavy as hell. And one thing about Iron Maiden, most bands tune down to like D or C or something like that. Not Iron Maiden, stay in 440. And I like that. They can make it heavy as shit and stay in a higher tuning. There you go. Email from Art Trotter with the subject line, Butler, you know your metal, which is what I asked. Art Trotter says, New Maiden rules. I clicked over to Amazon and bought the CD while listening to your podcast. Metalheads unite and make it a #1 album. Well, it's already #1 in the UK. I don't know if it'll be #1 in the US, but it is in the UK. So there you go. Art Trotter, thanks for the email, friend. I got a few emails that with the subject line, Butler, you know your metal. So I will try to find the others. Okay, next song is called Next song is called Shadows of the Valley, written by Yannick Gers and Steve Harris. Here we go. Well, Somewhere in Time sound. I like that. Nice. That's heavy as shit. I don't care, man. It sounds heavy. It's great. This is the way metal should sound. It doesn't have to be gong, 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 gong all the time. It can be just like this. By the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have a slight buzz going on. Nice build up.
Sunlight, things are born to the dead of night. Stolus demons laughing in a sea of madness. Listen closely to the raven's call, praying hard for a world not to end. Try as might to make sense of it all. Will it be for the penance of men? Small wayward child, laying fear as the dark raven grows. Look for guidance from no one who knows. He lived on this earth for a time and a half, playing a tune to the old days of laugh. The fear that's inside the men of the oak, and the script of the book that he wrote. Ask them the questions, tell them all this.
Great, great, great. 7 minutes and 32 seconds of heaviness. So far, not a clunker on this entire album. So far. Nice melodic guitar solo. I'm going to guess that that is Yannick Gers because he wrote the tune. Absolutely fucking great. Am I saying that because I'm drunk? No. I listened to it at work today and I loved it. And I was sober. We're only 4 minutes and 40 seconds into it. I think there's some change-ups too. I'm gonna guess, wild guess, that that's Dave Murray. Maybe not. No, Adrian Smith. That's Dave Murray. Guess, wild guess. Now all three of them. This is fucking badass. Absolutely badass. As I said on the last episode, this is the standard which all metal should be judged by. Oh, listen to that. Oh, it's fucking great. Oh, wow. I don't know if you agree with me, but man, that was fucking bad ass. All right, next song is called Tears of a Clown, written by Adrian Smith and Steve Harris. 4 minutes and 59 seconds.
So it seemed, but never reached the eye's disguise, masquerading as the funny man who they despise. The false smile maketh of the man, grows empty, a heart full, try to make some sense of sorrows drown. All looks well on the outside, underneath the solemn truth, there's something that inside us died. Tomorrow comes, tomorrow goes, but the cloud remains the same. Wonder why he's feeling down. Tears of a clown. Maybe it's all just for the best. Lay his weary head to rest. Was forever feeling drowned. Tears of a clown.
This one doesn't do it that much for me. It's okay.
Facade it has to go. He knows it sooner or later. Smile for cameras, all okay. But tomorrow is another day. He must get through. He had a longer way to run, or so the story goes. Life full of fun, where did it go? We saw the sadness in his eyes. It came as no surprise. And now, of course, we'll never know. Tomorrow comes, tomorrow goes, but the cloud remains the same. Wonder why he's feeling down. Tears of a clown. Maybe it's all just for the best. Lay his weary head to rest. Was forever feeling drowned. Tears of a clown.
That lick right there, is a Jethro Tull lick, I think. Something off of Aqualung. All right, I'm going to pause. I'm giving that one a half. Not one of my favorites. If they played that live, I would probably go to the bathroom during that song. It doesn't really go anywhere. It's okay. It's good sounding Iron Maiden, but not super. It's not anthemic like the other ones are. Next song is called Man of Sorrows. Written by Dave Murray and Steve Harris. Sounds a little like Metallica here.
Like a man without a home, watching people come and go.
I like that.
Carry on their daily lives without a thought for the ones alone.
What?
Cast a dream aside, like throwing a pebble into the ocean tide. And I'm feeling so alone again.
6 minutes and 28 seconds this song is.
From their pain, free the captives.
I like the verse, catchy verse.
Cast aside the doubt that nothing good can come their way again. Living in a world of lies, no matter how hard
I'm now
we try.
halfway through with this Orion Premium Draft Beer 22-ouncer. If I start slurring my words, I apologize, friends.
Mr. Truth, like we believe I can lose.
Yeah, this sounds a lot like Metallica. What Metallica song is that? Battery? I think it's Battery, right? Now it changes. Okay.
Now we need to know the truth now. Open our eyes that we can see. So we live and breathe again. There are days for you and me. Can we even hope to deliver this? We are so far.
I must be drunk. I dropped my pen. I'm going to climb under my desk and look for my pen while this song plays. Now, this part, not very catchy. All right, my pen has disappeared into the ether of my underneath my desk, along with all the millions of tangled wires. Oh, I found it. She was hiding under the chair, under the leg. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty buzzed. All right, the record is taking a little bit of a dip. It went from being classic to okay. But it's only 2 songs. The song's good. It just doesn't really go anywhere, and it's another bathroom song to me. Musicianship, fantastic. Catchy song, it's okay. Got a feeling that they won't play this one live. I don't think it's going anywhere else, so I'm going to give it a half. So now, so far, out of 4 songs, we were 1, 2, and a half. So we're 3 out of 4. Still not bad. The last song now on disc 2 is an 18-minute and 1 second epic. Let me repeat that. It's 18 minutes and 1 second. Written by Bruce Dickinson, and only Bruce Dickinson, and it's called Empire of the Clouds. All the reviews say this is a masterpiece. So let's listen to it together. Empire of the Clouds. I think it's about an airplane, and I think Empire of the Clouds was actually a book written by a guy. Let me see. I googled it here. A guy named James Hamilton Patterson. I think it's about kind of the same subject. He wrote about an airship back in like 1951 or something like that. This is Bruce Dickinson's take. And when I was listening to the interview with Bruce Dickinson on what's his name show, Eddie Trunk, between Eddie Trunk dropping names, finally got to Bruce Dickinson. He said that they called this the Broadway play, the Les Miserables of Iron Maiden. Definitely a little bit of a departure for Iron Maiden, but it's 18 minutes and 1 second. Let's listen to it together. About an airplane. Bruce Dickinson, as you know, likes flying planes. All right, here we go. It's a mythical aeroplane. Simple lines intertwining. In D minor, the saddest of all keys. And I found the lyrics, too, of this song. So we're going to analyze all 18 and 1 minute lyrics of this song here. Shh. Quiet. Very sweet sounding lullaby from Bruce Dickinson. Oh, nice strings. Piano played by Bruce Dickinson. Very nice. Yeah, it's kind of cheesy, but there's something about it that is very nice and endearing. About an airplane, a mythical, huge, massive airplane, the size that no one has ever seen in the history of airplanes. It makes a 757 look like a paper airplane or something like that.
Giant of the skies, you hold them in your arms. The millionth chance they left to take down His Majesty's craft. To India they say magic carpet.
This is my interpretation of this. The Empire of the Clouds is going to fly to India. The king sent them to fly to India. Let's see if you can fly that big plane. Go with the magic carpet to India with this huge airplane. It'll never fly. You're crazy, Captain. Again, my interpretation is probably totally wrong. But this is the way what I gathered from it. Very nice sounding. Epic masterpiece, as they say. Mist is in the trees.
The morning sunrise.
Sunrise!
Before the blue. Hanging at the mast. Waiting for command. His Majesty's airship. The R-101.
Oh, it's not the Empire of the Clouds. The ship is called the R-101. Biggest plane ever. It's a giant of the skies.
For all you unbelievers, the Titanic fits inside.
The Titanic cruise ship fits inside this airplane.
Silver in the sun, never tested with the fury.
They've never tested this plane before. This is the first flight. The virgin flight of the R-101. Oh no, there's a storm. You can't fly this plane into that storm. Fuck that shit. I'm flying this plane, motherfucker. Alright.
We must go now. We must take our chance with fate.
Let's take our chances, you assholes.
Now.
We're going.
Politicians, it can't be late. The airship crew ship is in their backbone. Every sinew
All the crew is nervous. They can't sleep.
at full speed. A trial
She's never done a trial before.
fragile outer cover. Her Achilles
Will she break up in flight? Nobody knows. Everybody thinks it's gonna happen, but they say, screw that shit. We're flying this bastard. We're loyal to our king. We're flying this plane, you son of a bitch. All right. Yeah, I'm getting pretty buzzed.
The engines drum, the telegraph sounds, release the cords that burn.
Untether this plane! Let's fly this bastard!
She's headed. Said the captain, damn the cargo will be.
You can't fly this plane, it's too overloaded. It's like too heavy, man. She's so heavy she'll never make the flight. And the captain says, damn the cargo! We're on our way tonight. It's overloaded, but we're going anyway.
Away tonight. Groundlings cheered in wonder as she backed out
The
from
plane,
the mast.
the plane backs up, getting ready for the takeoff.
Water from the ballast fore and aft. Now she slips into a path.
All right, here we go. Now there's no turning back, man. All right, here comes the takeoff. She's on the runway. Here we go, you son of a bitch. Crank the engines up, you bastards. She's revving up. Here she goes. I think I can. I think I can do it. Will she be airborne? Will the R-101 make it into the air? Oh, shit. She's going up! The R-101 is making it in the air! She's airborne! Oh, that's great. Oh, by the way, I was looking at Blabbermouth not too long ago. Lady Gaga said, some people don't know the importance of Iron Maiden and the scope of this band. These guys are filling stadiums, and they still are, and it's because of the culture of the music, the poetry that's so powerful that whenever the fans come together, they unite in the essence of what Iron Maiden is all about. And she always used to say to people when they would say, she's the next Iron Maiden. No, excuse me, I fucked it up. She said, I always used to say to people when they would say, oh, she's the next Madonna, and she would say, no, I'm the next Iron Maiden, motherfucker. All right, back to you. She's airborne. She's in the air. We're flying. We made it. I need a little bit more of this Orion. Let's drink to the R-101. By the way, this song, I've got to give this one a +1. It's just for the effort alone. It's so great. Uh-oh. Something must be happening. I see lightning in the forefront. Captain in the aft. There's a storm brewing. We're flying though. She's airborne. see France below us. Hello, King. Hello, all you peons down on Earth. We're in the air, and the Titanic can fit inside this plane, you bastards. And the pilot's drunk on Orion Premium Draft Beer. Didn't have DUI laws back then. Yeah, this song is fucking amazing. It's great. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's catchy as hell. Listen to that. Listen to that. Best album of the year. I'm sorry, this album is fucking great. I see a storm ahead. Screw the storm. We're flying through that storm. We're airborne in the R101, the Empire of the Skies. Band would have the balls to put out an 18-minute song. Only one band I know of. Go, Bruce, go! Oh, yeah. All right, the R101's in the air. Passion below you! Great, that's so fucking catchy, man. Uh-oh, a storm! 1,000,000 to 1 that this plane's gonna make it in here. Uh-oh, here comes a storm! We're flying right into the lightning! We'll never do it, Captain! We're gonna die! The storm rages. Lightning's hitting the airplane. We're riding it, we're flying in it. We're going, it's hitting us. We're trying to fly, the plane's slowing down. I think one of the engines is down. Captain, put down that Orion Premium Draft Okinawa beer. We gotta fly this plane. It's a storm. Oh no, we've been hit! With engines down! We're losing fuel! Oh no! We're losing altitude, Captain! Every man for himself, let's get drunk! Here we go! We're going down! She's done! She's done? Fuck it! We're dead! dead! You son of a bitches, we're dead! The same plane's going down, she can't make it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no!
Downwards came the cry, bow plunging from the sky. 3,000 horses silent as the ship began to die. The flares to guide her path ignited at the last. The empire of the clouds, just ashes in our
She
past.
went down.
Just ashes at the last.
We'll never know if it was because the plane couldn't fly or was the pilot drunk. What a plane she was! The mystery of the 101, the R101. What a glorious ship she was, mate! Alright, shut the fuck up. Alright, obviously a +1. Let's tally him up. Disc 1 was a 5.5 out of 6. Disc 2 is 1, 2, 3, and then a half and a half. That's 4 out of 5. Obviously, this Empire of the Clouds is a 1. So, out of 11 is a 9.5 out of 11. That's pretty darn good. Is it perfect? No, but it's got, so far it's my vote for the #1 album of the year. What an effort by Iron Maiden. If you agree with me, send me an email with the subject line, Butler, you know your metal. And if you disagree with me, send the subject line, Butler, you're an asshole. Iron Maiden sucks. I don't know how anybody would send me that email. All right, I hope you enjoyed this track by track of Iron Maiden Book of Souls. I love it, obviously. Find this show at rockandrollgeek.com. Area code 706-621-ROCK. That's area code 706-621-7625. Send me an email, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com. Find me on the Facebook, R&R Geek. Find me on the Twitter, R&R Geek. Find me on the Instagram, Rock and Roll Geek. Don't ask. We'll talk to you later in the week, friends. Go buy Empire of the Clouds if you like this record.
It's a rock and roll geek train wreck.